Here we go with a story that's just catching steam now. Let's bring in Congressman Jim Jordan, ranking member of the House Oversight Committee, and along with fellow committee member Congressman Mark Meadows. Congressman, today the drama starts at 9 o'clock as the whistleblower's complaint is put forward. Some have been able to read it, just members of the Intel Committee. What do you hear we can expect? I guess, Congressman Jordan, to start.
Well, I think we always got to keep things in perspective. Remember, this whistleblower had no firsthand knowledge, wasn't a part of the call. My guess is the first time he saw the call was yesterday when we all read the transcript. But we do know this about the so-called whistleblower. We do know he had, according to the Inspector General, some indicia of arguable political bias. Now, you know what that means. That's Washington speak for this guy didn't like the president. So we know all that. I hope there's some questions about that. I think there will be in today's hearing. And my understanding is, based on those on the Intel Committee who have read the complaint, it's basically the transcript. That's the thrust of the entire complaint. And we all saw that yesterday, which was no quid pro quo, no talk about aid. And as Mr. President Zelensky said yesterday, there was no pushing from the president for him to do anything. So, Congressman Meadows, you saw the 5 pages. One of it said, you know, hey, Mr. President, we're almost ready to buy more Javelin. You know, those tank-busting rockets that President Obama would not sell. He goes, I'm ready to buy them. The next line is, I'd like to favor, we'd like you to look into this. People have linked the two. Is that wrong?
Well, it's wrong to link the two. Listen, what we had was when Democrats were acid washing their server to get rid of 30,000 emails, this president was releasing the transcripts, releasing the complaint, unprecedented to make sure the American people can judge for themselves. But when they judge for themselves, when they read it, they will not only understand that there was no promise of anything like was reported, there was no actually quid pro quo, but more importantly that this was a normal conversation between two leaders, and we've got the president of Ukraine saying there was no pressure. Listen, you know, this is all about politics. Has nothing to do about the law, has nothing to do with legitimate impeachment, has everything to do with a political impeachment by the Democrats.
How does this move forward, though? So I think I have a clue. They say other people, according to the whistleblower complaint, other people witnessed the same thing that he or she did. So Adam Schiff will say, who are those people? Let's lengthen this even more. And then what gets done, Congressman Meadows?
Well, here's what we do know is Adam Schiff is going to continue a narrative that he's had for 3 years. I mean, this is not new. You know, each time Adam comes out with an accusation, he says, well, just wait. You're going to get all this evidence on collusion. You know, they're guilty of what they're accusing the president of. You know, we know that there was a coordination between the Democrats and between the previous administration and other entities, not only the Russians, not only the Ukrainians, but also some of our allies, the Brits and others, to try to take down this president. And so they're accusing him of what they're guilty of. You know, they protest too much.
Congressman Jordan, you've seen a lot of this play out before, and you see it blow up in a lot of their faces. Today, it's going to be interesting. The Director of National Intelligence will be there. He's acting as an admiral. They already got one story wrong when they said that he said, I'm going to, if you don't let me speak the way I want to, I'm going to quit. He said, I've never quit anything in my life. So game plan this out. If you're a Republican on that committee, what question do you have?
Well, I think the key is for us all to step back, Brian, and remember what this is. Go back to 2016. This FBI was so out to get the president, they spied on 2 American citizens associated with the presidential campaign. And Mark and I say this all the time, but we should never forget what Chuck Schumer told us was going to happen. We're thinking about this so-called whistleblower. Chuck Schumer told us clear back, he previewed all this, clear back on January 3rd, 2017, when it was President-elect Trump. He said to President-elect Trump, if you mess with the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. We saw it in 2016 with what the FBI did. I think we're seeing it now with this whistleblower. So I think the Director of National Intelligence is going to answer those kind of questions. But that's the context we're in. And as Mark said, these guys aren't going to stop. It doesn't matter about facts. It doesn't matter about truth. They are out to get this president no matter what. And we saw it start in 2016, and it continues to today. And I think the American people see through it and aren't going to tolerate it.
And evidently the vote's already there for Democrats to impeach him if they will put it to a vote. They have over 200. Well, on Sunday they had about 130. So we're down a very perilous time. Congressman Jordan, Congressman Meadows, thanks so much.